he puts in. And Chris, some interesting matchups at guard tonight. We could see some fireworks here in this one.
Oh, man, they're going to be putting dudes on ice skates. Nobody's going to want to be on the island because you're going to get crossed over. Do not fall down. Jump shots in the face. I cannot wait to watch this matchup.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Luke Mbamute out there with Clint Capella. And it's Tucker in at the small forward. And here we go. Towns heading to the...
Oh! Watch out. Watch out.
And one great play leads to another with Teague. His fast hands and fast feet making things happen.
Paul kicks to Harden. Screen by Mbamute. Pass to Paul. Capella with a screen on Teague. Over in the corner, Mbamute. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Outside Teague. Towns the screen. Launches a three. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Towns has got 5 points so far.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
Now, here's Mbamute. Mbamute, a screen on Teague. Shot clock at 5. Paul with the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside Teague. He kicks to Butler. Gibson with the screen on Harden. Pass to Gibson. Teague left side. The dish to Towns. Shoots over Capella. And too long on the shot.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. Now, here's Tucker, covered by Wiggins from the wing. It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Beyond the arc. And it's Wiggins missing. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harden against Butler. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Towns. Gibson's got his first basket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Tucker. Good on the triple. Tucker's got his second bucket of the night.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
They set the pick. Kicks to Gibson. He feeds it to T. Back to Gibson. Butler in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Paul passes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Harden. And Mbamute kicks to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, Harden is so good at finding the open man and a selfish superstar who really whips the ball over quickly.
Teague dishes to Butler. Towns the screen. From 12 feet out. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Rockets trail. Paul right side over Teague. Paul can't get it to go.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jumper.
Well, Towns does so many things on the floor, already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're in prove how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
And he knocks down the first one.
And looking at Towns and what he can do on the floor already at his age is impressive. This is a guy who's going to be a 20-10 player perhaps for the rest of his career. And as young as he is, I tell you, the sky is the limit.
And Towns drops them both. And when you look at the second year for Towns, it's comparable to other great big men in the history of the NBA. And Greg, I'm talking about players in the top 50 of all time.
Yeah, I mean, just on the sophomore season stats, he looks like he projects to be one of the all-time greats. Comparable numbers to some of the best who have ever played it. Think of these names: Hakeem, Duncan, Ewing, and the Admiral. Maybe we'll be saying Karl Anthony Towns as well.
Rockets trail by 4. On the wing, Harden. Paul, right side. The pass to Capella. Lob pass to Capella. It's stolen by T. Feeds it to Butler. Doesn't go that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Mbamute with it. Paul outside. Screen by Mbamute. 5 on the clock. From the arc. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And Mbamute has got 6.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Wiggins passes to Towns. The kick out to T. Timberwolves keep it alive. Wiggins outside. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wiggins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Here's Paul. Hits the front of the rim and out. Minnesota leading by 4. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Teague against Paul. Over Teague. Paul's shot is off.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
The feed to Wiggins. Dishes to Teague. Down low. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. A 3 ball. And again, Jeff Teague for 3. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Some changes for Minnesota. Bjelica, he checks in for Gibson. Crawford comes in for Butler. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Anderson comes in for Mbamute. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Now, here's Green. That's a 2 from Paul. The Rockets with another miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And here is Green, following the 3-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Gordon the pass to Nene. Gordon against Crawford. Gordon kicks to Green. Can they get it? Rebound by Bielitsa. Timberwolves leading by 13. Outside, Jones. Towns sets the pick for Jones. To the middle. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Rockets trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Houston. Chris, during your playing days, you had a number of point guards that you developed an excellent rapport with. What do you feel is the most important part of being a successful point guard in the league?
You have to be a great leader to be a successful point guard in the league. You have to be open. You have to be tough on guys. You have to know guys' personality, and you have to be giving. You have to trust your guys. And I was blessed. I played with some really good point guards that had all of those qualities.
Gordon kicks to Paul. Makes it off the glass.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Crawford outside. He dishes it to Wiggins. Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Now here's Paul. Over in the corner, Green. Misses the three.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rockets trail by 15. Outside, Gordon. And stolen by Wiggins. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Towns, the screen. Over Gordon. Minnesota gets it back with a new shot clock. Kicks it out to Jones. Crawford dishes to Towns. Over Nene. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Well, come on. He's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Now here's Gordon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. Nene, the screen. Steps back and shoots. And it's Gordon missing. Timberwolves leading by 17. Crawford outside. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Towns wide open. Another shot. And it's Jones laying it in. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Now here's Nene. Passes to Gordon. Drills it from outside. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Jones kicks to Wiggins. Back to Jones. Offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Gordon a screen. Paul kicks to Nene. Crawford against Gordon. On the wing, Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Green. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside, Jones. Over to the wing. Elitsa. And a miss there on the triple. Paul passes to Gordon. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his third assist on the night. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And we'll be right back after this. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets correct.
Down low, it's Jang and Towns. Crawford out there with Jones. And it's Bielitsa in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Jang, a screen. Crawford dishes to Towns. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before. But the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward. And I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Harden outside. And Anderson has it in the corner. Off target with his three.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Crawford, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Anderson. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Gerald Green. And, Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
Rockets trail by 20. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Now Capella, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Unloads from 13. Harden can't hit.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Stolen by Gordon. To the paint. And Mbah-a-Moute the pass to Gordon. Back to Mbah-a-Moute. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Capella. Tucker can't get it to go.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy deuce.
Here's Butler. Another miss by Minnesota. Rockets trail by 20. Right side, Gordon. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. Banked in off the glass. And Mbah-a-Moute's got 8.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Outside Teague, and stolen by Gordon. "11 feet away, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. He's got 7.
Gordon is a tough shot maker. He has the ability to drain difficult ones. Only so much you can do defensively against him.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Over Mbah-a-Moute. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, for so much of his early career, Taj Gibson has been a 6th man or reserve for his team. But, Chris, it now appears that he has finally claimed a role as a starter, and he's provided the same production as before.
Sometimes players try to do too much as a starter or let it affect how they play. Gibson, he just keeps on trucking and puts up good numbers.
That's good from Gibson.
When I watch Taj Gibson, I'm always impressed with his hustle and his quick feet. I mean, he knows what to do, he knows what move he wants to execute, and he executes very fast. He often defenders can't set up on him before he's going to work.
And both free throws good from Gibson. And with Gibson, the quickness he has at his position is a big benefit for him. Great for when he faces up, too.
Yeah, Kevin, he has a great one-bounce move when he's facing up in the paint or elbow. He also does a great job to flash open the space and get a shot up fast.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Timberwolves leading by 18. Zhang with a screen on Harden. Teague kicks to Crawford. Back to Teague. Gibson the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And really one of the quickest guards in our league. Jeff Teague just puts tremendous pressure on your defense when he's attacking the paint.
And the book on T, Greg, is to make him an outside shooter. You don't want him getting to the rim.
I mean, he's a good finisher around the rim. His outside shooting, although streaky at times, not bad, but not great either.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Teague. And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
Well, they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. But now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
Harden with it, picked up by Teague. Screen by Baamute. Gordon outside, and that one is off. Some solid defense from Butler.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Teague, 8 points for him. Butler kicks to Gibson, and Baamute with the steal. In the corner, it's Gordon. Harden sets the pick for Gordon. Harden against Butler. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Here's Capella. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when he's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down on the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball, always moving, giving guards a target, great hands to catch and finish.
He misses the free throw.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Minnesota. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all?
My view of the media then was watch what you say because they will take the smallest soundbite and turn it into the title of the article, and if you don't read the article, you will not see that it had anything to do with what was written. So always be cautious, and of course they're good members of the media, but you can always get gotten. I still feel the same way, that you just need to be honest, respect the process, but make sure that you understand that the interviewer is doing their job, and it would be a great notch in their belt to use one of your quotes as a gotcha moment. And so I just think you just have to be careful and make sure that that you're prepared for the interview. But no, it hasn't changed, and hopefully, you know, Kev, like yourself, I can bring some levity to it and some honesty to it and have some fun. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of all these guys. I know how hard they had to work to get to this moment. I know the ups and the downs of it. I've experienced the highs and the lows, and so I'm really just kind of going it through it with them as opposed to trying to prove any points or have a dog in any race. So no, my opinion of the media has changed. It's a lot of good people, but you got to just respect the process.
But I like what you said, Chris. You've always been honest, and that's kind of been your label. You've been very honest with your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's easier just to do that, especially when I'm passionate about something. You know, I definitely try to be honest about. Yeah, just make some stuff up. Yeah.
Minnesota with the ball. Outside Teague. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Butler. And another three for Minnesota.
Wow, he had a rough first quarter, but he didn't let it get him down. He's gotten off to a hot start in this second period.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Amute, a screen on Teague. On the wing, Wiggins. No good on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden kicks to Gordon. Back to Harden. Pass to Gordon from past the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. It's stolen by Capella. Harden outside. Screen by Capella. Here's Gordon. Wiggins with the block. Gordon against Butler. Wiggins left side. Again, Wiggins missing.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Capella sets a screen for Harden. Launches a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Jang's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide for them.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Eric Gordon on the wing. Back to Baamute. Out to the right wing. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Bielitsa comes in for Taj Gibson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Teague.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
Screen by Jones. Here's Towns. Some solid defense there by Nene. And for the Rockets, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. There's 1:34 left in the first half of the game. Anderson, a screen on Jones. Paul dishes to Anderson. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Harden. Anderson, a screen on Butler. Paul outside. Anderson with the screen for Paul. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Bucket is good.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see 2 #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
He kicks to Towns. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Anderson the screen. Jacks up a 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Rockets. Jones the pass to Wiggins. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Timberwolves have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Two-shot.
That free throw, no good.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Good on the second free throw. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. And so it's Minnesota sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports
the first half in the
halftime
books.
show.
This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 22 points, 3 assists, and a monster amount of rebounds. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
well, the best part of their performance has been their offensive rebounding. So often it's overlooked, but you get 2 quality shots because of your effort. That is the difference in the game. I love the way they're battling and getting all those putbacks. They keep that up, game over.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a Timberwolves leading by 21, and on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. The 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. PJ Tucker is out there with Luke Mbamute, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. T kicks to Towns, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Paul. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat. And one of the surprise moves of this past offseason was Chris Paul moving to Houston, joining James Harden to become one of the strongest backcourts in our league. Kicked off a feeling that Houston would be a force this season.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Paul. And you know, Greg, many thought that Chris Paul may take a look at San Antonio, and he did, but Houston was too enticing a chance to pass up.
Yeah, it's certainly a distinctive third chapter in Paul's career. He's always been criticized for not going deep in the playoffs, and saw Houston as maybe his best bet to make a deep run.
Here's Harden. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Towns a screen on Paul. Outside Butler. Gibson the screen. Towns down low. He's guarded by Mbamute. Clock at 4. Here's Butler. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Butler's got 10.
And Butler is a polished mid-range scorer. You got to be up in his jersey whenever he's around that area of the floor.
Capella sets a screen for Harden. Out to the right wing. Capella with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Tucker. That one off the back iron and out. Timberwolves leading by 18. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Towns the screen. Here's Wiggins. It's stolen by Capella. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lob pass to Capella. Towns with the steal. To the inside, Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field now.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Can you argue how explosive of a scorer Jimmy Butler is on the wing? I mean, he's a candidate to go off for 50 points on any given night. He's very efficient in how he scores, which is huge for a primary option.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Paul kicks to Harden. Clock at 6. Count it. Harden's got his second basket.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
Teague dishes to Butler. Wiggins outside. Kicks it to Towns. Fires from 14, and the shot is good. Towns has got 26.
Oh, they're getting terrific high percentage looks at the basket to begin this half. 4 or 5 so far.
That's a 2 from Paul. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Right side Teague. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the lead continues to grow.
Paul passes to Capella. Poked away. Butler with the steal. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Minnesota making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Free throw, good Butler. Well, Jimmy Butler known for his scoring, Chris, and his defense, but he's also a very good distributor of the ball as well.
Well, I love the fact that Butler minimizes his turnovers. He has an assist-to-turnover ratio that's pretty similar to most point guards.
Capella kicks it to Tucker. 5 to shoot. Butler with the steal. And it's Butler with the jam.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Capella with a screen on Crawford. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Crawford kicks to Butler. Gibson the screen. Up off the screen and slam dunk by Butler.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Towns dishes to T. He feeds it to Gibson. Now the pass to Crawford. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And the dunk by Towns.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. There's the dish to Harden. Back to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, but it's mostly due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just the viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
That's good from Capella.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anderson, he's checked in for Mbamute. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 19-6 run. Towns, the pass to Crawford. Towns against Capella. Fires from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. Greg, in the areas you just talked about, rebounding and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the team just looks to make the most out of their possessions and try to beat you through efficiency. They have players that can get easy transition points when the opportunity presents itself, but in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And a change for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Here's Teague, 13 points in the game. Towns, a screen on Paul. Teague kicks to Crawford. Feeds it to Butler. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Butler's got 21.
Just think what's happened here. Butler taking over the offense really the entire evening.
And it's Green missing.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
We know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Minnesota shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Chris Paul.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
To the left side wing. Towns with it. Picked up by Nene. There's Crawford with the three. No good that time. Good work defensively by Paul. The Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. On the wing, Eric Gordon, defended by Butler. For the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns is doubled. Butler dishes to T. Timberwolves passing it around. Crawford outside. A floater. He lays it in. Crawford's got his third basket of the night.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Paul kicks to Anderson. Butler against Gordon. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Gordon's got 12 points in the game.
Well, it doesn't take long for Gordon to get the hot hand. He loves getting to his spot and capitalizing.
Teague the pass to Towns. Over Nene. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Bielitsa's got his second bucket of the night.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Keep it simple, know yourself, and that's how he gets his minutes. He doesn't stop battling for rebounds even when the score is lopsided. He knows his role.
And the basket by Gordon.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Teague against Paul. Towns sets the pick for Teague. The feed now to Towns. Goes up on the wing. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. 1:56 left in the third. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Towns, terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around. Well, you want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team, then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded, Chris, as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how this team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds you a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly whatever team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Green with the ball, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Back to Green. Now here's Paul. He's got 12. Clock is at 3. Fires top of the key. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Bielitsa's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Butler in the corner. Crawford outside. And it's off from three-point range. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Nene kicks to Gordon. Teague against Paul. It's stolen by Teague. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's a good screen. Nene, the screen. Paul for 3. Tries again. And the miss. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We'll return shortly. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. They've got Bielitsa. He's out there with Gorgie Dang. Jones is out there with Muhammad. And it's Georges Hunt in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The Timberwolves shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%.
Well, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Here's Brown. Dishes to Black. Nene, the screen. Tipped away. And the rejection by Jang. But they'll get another chance. 4 on the shot clock. Green. The Rockets with another miss.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
That free throw good from Brown.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. 2 great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Nene with the screen on Jones. It's Brown with the drive. Good work defensively by Jones. It's Bielitsa, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
He's been blazing hot to begin this half after looking utterly lost during the first. Nice turnaround.
The Rockets have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Green dishes to Brown, passes to Onuaku. Nene, the screen, back to Brown. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Muhammad, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Muhammad for the Rockets. She comes in for Nene. And it's James Harden in for Green. No good on the second free throw. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Back to Jones. Zhang with a screen on Harden. Just 5 to shoot. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw, good from Zhang. Rockets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. It's Brown on the wing. Muhammad covering. Rebound by Bjelica. Bjelica's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Georges Hunt passes to Bjelica. From the arc, it's good from long range. Georges Hunt's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Harden kicks to Brown. To the paint, here's Black. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Tarek Black, a 6'9" center, undrafted out of Kansas. He was actually a graduate student there after graduating from the University of Memphis in just 3 years.
With this kid, it's a lot more to him than meets the eye. Completed his master's degree in African American Studies in 2016. Someday he hopes to run for mayor of his hometown of Memphis.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. Pass to Georges Hunt. Just 4 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, it's Minnesota.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check. Another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Harden against Jones. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
After going scoreless in the first half, he has found his shot in the second. Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in, but last year he just took it to a new level. With Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
One shot. One shot.
And those assist numbers for Harden, a career high by a mile. Crazy to think a player who came in from Arizona State, was viewed as a spot shooter, is now a double-digit assist guy.
You know, people always debate whether or not Harden is a point guard or a shooting guard, but honestly, who cares? He just has game. His role in the offense is that of getting buckets or setting up teammates. I mean, to assign a label to him, for what? He has game.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. There's the pick. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Zhang's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Jones dishes to Muhammad. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Harden the pass to Black. Back to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Onuaku kicks to Harden. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he's really hitting his stride in the second.
Screen by Jones. Pass to Bielitsa. Outside, Jones. Over Harden. And again, it's Minnesota converting. For Houston, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Brown outside. Back to Harden. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. From the stripe, and he knocks down the jumper.
What a total 180-degree turn here. He wasn't making anything in the first half, but he looks like a totally different player now in the second half.
Jones kicks to Georges Hunt. He dishes it to Muhammad. And Onuaku pulls it down.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
To the inside. Stolen. And now Minnesota on the fast break. The 11-footer, and again it's Minnesota converting.
He has come out strong to begin this half and has really found his stroke.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. There's a good screen. The pass to Chi. Brown outside. Over to the left wing. Black kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. The 3. Black. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Kicks it to Muhammad. Back to Jones. Jang with the screen for Jones. Off the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Here's Onuaku. He kicks it to Black. Harden against Jones. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go in the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Muhammad with the steal. Outside, Jones. Jang with a screen on Harden. Passes it to Georges Hunt. Back to Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Harden. Rebound by Jang. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Georges Hunt. Screen by Jones. Pass to Bielitsa. Jang with the screen for Jones. Here's the floater, and it's blocked. They get it back. Brown outside. Shoots a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Puts it up off the inbound. That's good from Paul on the assist from Tucker. 14 points for Chris Paul.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
There's the pick. Clock at 6. Baseline jumper. And the shot no good, a bit short. And for Houston, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Minnesota with the rebound. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Georges Hunt passes to Crawford. He feeds it to Jones. Jang with a screen on Anderson. Lets it go from 11. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Jang dishes to Crawford. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Smart decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapses inside.
And for Houston, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Paul kicks to Anderson. Nene with the screen on Crawford. Tucker the pass to Nene. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Shot's good. This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Muhammad, he's checked in for Minnesota.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Nene. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Jones. Back to Bielitsa. Jones kicks to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jang. And again, it's Minnesota.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Here's Paul, and he gets it to go from the high post.
Yeah, and it only takes a few shots for Paul to get going. The D has got to be worried.
And here's Jones. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. If we play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time.